Good morning. It was a pretty cold night. Colder than I thought it would be. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I am at 4,200 feet here. Still chilly. I'm guessing it got down into the 30s. Looks like a beautiful day today, and it should be a good one. Here's my view from inside the sleeping bag. This is looking toward my feet. I've got the shelf here. Got the food bins to the side, and the cooler up above. From the multi-hanger, which you can buy in my store, I've got my fan here. This is a great little fan. I'll put a link to this in the description too. To keep the cord out of the way, I have it moved off to the side. Here's my lantern, and then my grab handle pocket, which I like to call my bedside table. It's got my phone and wallet and lip balm and a couple other things in it. I think a good chunk of the day, if not most of the day, will be spent in Tombstone, which was a old Wild West town back in the day, and site of the famous shootout at OK Corral. Apparently Tombstone is just like a big tourist trap. At least that's what it looks like to me, just from researching it online. But it's one of those things that you know, I want to see. So this is the main street in Tombstone. I like it. It's not paved, it's just a dirt road. Got some Old West buildings that we'll go take a look at later. Here is the OK Corral. I think this will be fun. I realize that that it's kitschy, but you know, as long as you go in with that expectation, I think you can still have a good time. Big Nose Kate's Saloon, Fallen Angel Sweets in Parlor, gelato, ice cream, 50 varieties of homemade fudge. Here's the Birdcage Theater, where there was a bar room, casino, dance hall, stage, poker room, bordello, wine cellar. Then outside, Curly Bill Brocchius killed Marshal Fred White here on October 28th, 1880. So there were a couple of fires that destroyed a lot of the town in the 1880s, 1881, 1882. And so that destroyed a lot of the historical buildings. And then in 1914, that's when the Prohibition law was enacted, and so that shut down a lot of the early saloons in town, and Tombstone kind of died after that. Today some of these buildings are original, and others are just reconstructions, ones destroyed in the fire or that otherwise fell apart. Okay, so I got my ticket for the shootout reenactment and for the little documentary thing that they do, the Historama. Got all those taken care of. Got a map and my receipt, and then in the store there I saw that they were selling sarsaparilla, so I got one. Root beer of the Old West, or root beer of the West. I don't particularly like root beer unless it's in float form, and even then, So I hope it isn't exactly like a root beer, but yeah, let's give it a shot. So this little flyer that they give you, this little pamphlet, has information about the gunfight, including who was involved. This is the good side, this is the bad side. On the good side we have Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Virgil Earp, and Morgan Earp. On the bad side, Frank McLaury, Tom McLaury, Billy Clanton, and Ike Clanton. The gunfight took place in 1881. The inevitable showdown over control of Tombstone climaxed months of threats, romantic rivalries, stage robberies, pistol whippings, and arrests. And yeah, this tastes exactly like root beer. Oh well. So basically I'm just sitting in a park here right next to the OK Corral. I can get a free copy of the newspaper that came out the day after the gunfight, so I might go walk over there and get that. Got a little bit of time to kill before the Historama video thing starts. This bathroom looks like it hasn't been cleaned since the gunfight in 1881. So that Historama, the story of Tombstone, was pretty interesting. So basically, Tombstone existed because there was silver nearby. It was a silver mining town. But then the mines all flooded in the 1860s, and then again in the early 1900s. And so the flooded mines brought an end, basically, to Tombstone. I think that I will fill up my little shower bag with water and stick it on the roof so that it can be heating up. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do after Tombstone. I think after the OK Corral thing, I'm going to go get some ice cream or some treats somewhere. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to go to Bisbee and get some food in Bisbee, or if I'm going to go to find a camp in the mountains somewhere north of here. Yeah, I don't know. I need to be in the Bisbee area tomorrow because I'm crossing the Mexican border just south of Bisbee. And there is the shower, heating up in the sun. So this is where the gunfight actually happened. Just waiting to get in line now to go inside.
Yeah!
What's it gonna be, cowboy?
As you can see, I ain't quite fixed for a fight today, so you can take those dirty words and you know me. I want you to give a message to your pal Holiday.
I don't have time.
You tell him he's got a fight coming.
I enjoyed that gunfight. You know, it's weird to be cheering for something and to be making light of something where I think 3 people died. But overall, worth seeing, worth paying the $10 for. I think I'm done in Tombstone for now. There's not really anything else I want to see or do. I could get some food or some ice cream, but I think I'm actually going to go to Bisbee, which is 20 miles down the road. I'll go check out Bisbee and get some food and then figure out whether I want to stay in Bisbee tonight, stay in the Bisbee area, or if I want to come back up this way and camp in the mountains. And overall, it was worth coming to Tombstone. You know, it is super touristy, super kitschy, but that's part of the fun of it. And just because it is such a famous and historical town, you gotta come here, you gotta see it. It's worth the stop for sure. I guess I got here at like 8:30 and it's 11:30 now. 8, 9, 10, so 3 hours. I think I'm good. So yeah, let's hit the road. Wow, what a cool town. I'm at the library here to try to use some Wi-Fi. There's this nice little terrace out in front. I love this town. A lot of old retired hippies live here, and that's kind of reflected in the eclectic stores and shops. It's just a really neat little town. Also, because Bisbee is at like 5,000 feet in elevation, the weather is really nice. It's beautiful today. and I think it stays pretty nice year-round. So for the gelato, I got 3 flavors. One was dulce de leche, which was good, not great. One was chocolate hazelnut, which was good, not great. The other was passion fruit sorbet, which is one of the best things I've ever tasted. That was so good. I was browsing my phone while I was in there looking at other places to eat in the area, and I saw Jimmy's Hot Dog Company, 4.7 stars with 191 reviews. So I think I'm gonna go get a hot dog. Here's the mine, the old mine. Copper Queen Mine, I think it's called. I'm stopping here at a viewpoint of the mine on the side of the road. And this isn't like 10 miles out of town up in the mountains or something. This is right in basically downtown Bisbee. You could walk here from where I just was. So like Tombstone, Bisbee was a mining town, except that they mined mostly copper here. And they kept mining copper here until 1975, so much more recent than the mining in Tombstone. There are mining tours and museums that you can go on here in Bisbee, and my friend that I met up with in Maricopa near Phoenix, she told me that the mine tour is actually really fun, but I'm not feeling it today. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to any more museums or anything like that. So I think I'm just gonna go get a hot dog or two. Okay, Jimmy's Hot Dog Company. And across the street is a Safeway grocery store. So after I'm done here, I'll go pick up some ice, a couple other things at the grocery store, and then I'll go find a campsite. So I'm gonna go west towards Sierra Vista. There's some national forest land up in there, and also because I'm going into Mexico tomorrow, I need to get some cash out. My bank has some ATMs in Sierra Vista, so I'm gonna go to the ATM. These mountains here west of Sierra Vista and west of Bisbee are where I'm going to try to find a place to camp tonight. Coronado National Memorial. Okay, so this is actually a pretty interesting little spot. I went into the visitor center and talked with the ranger there and looked at all the information that they have. So this is Coronado National Memorial. Coronado was a Spanish explorer who in the 1540s led an expedition through a bunch of different states in the western US and the southwest. Along with 1,500 other people, he led this big group of people, and they were trying to find the fabled 7 cities of gold. Obviously they did not find the 7 cities of gold. There is no 7 cities of gold. But they came through this area on the expedition, during the expedition. And so this was one of the first times Europeans were in this part of the country. And so his expedition played a big part in exploring the southwestern United States. He even went into like Oklahoma and Nebraska. As far as things to see here, there are a few trails. There are 2 trails in particular that I'm interested in. Both are like a mile round trip. I think I might do one of them today. It's called the Coronado Peak Trail, and it's 0.8 miles round trip. Elevation change 300 feet. It'll probably take like 20 minutes. And then tomorrow there's a cave that I'm going to go into. And I think I'm only about a mile from the Mexican border at this point. Maybe 2 miles max. Not far at all. The trailhead at Montezuma Pass. Elevation 6,575 feet. And this is where the little half-mile hike starts. I think this is the peak here. I think this is where I'm headed. Okay, this is the top. This is the view from the top. It's really amazing. Just beautiful country here. This is all Mexico. I'm less than a mile from the Mexican border, the US-Mexican border. I think you can see it down here. I think that's probably the border. I'm going to be camping somewhere along the edge of these mountains here. So Bisbee is out in these mountains over here, and I came over this way to the ATM, and then came back up this way and up this road to the pass right here, to Montezuma Pass. And now I'll be going west on this road, further west. Just west of the pass is national forest land, so as soon as I'm on the road, I'll be looking for a place to camp. Okay, I found a place to camp. A nice spot. Great views of the mountains here. And some views, depending on where you're standing, of Mexico over this way. So I'm camped behind the tree here, and you can see the lowlands out here in the valley, out there in the distance. That's all Mexico. I just looked at my phone, and I'm about 2 miles as the crow flies from the Mexican border down there. I'm at about 5,600 feet, so it'll be chilly tonight like it was last night. I think now I'm going to take a shower. I'll throw out the little pop-up tent, take a shower, and then relax. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Really fun day. I had a great time today. Okay, I'm ready to shower. I've got the little tent set up. I've got some clothes and soap right here. And then got the shower itself right here. It's a 3-liter bottle of water, and to get the water flowing, you just flip the lever. And I just realized something as I was looking over here to my car. So this is Montezuma Pass, that pass that I drove over. This is Coronado Peak, the little mountain that I hiked up. It feels so perfect right now. Just beautiful air temperature, sun feels good, beautiful mountains as a backdrop, a couple miles from Mexico. This is a great spot. I know some people might be concerned about camping this close to Mexico, and I can't tell you if that concern is warranted or not, but when I stopped in at the ranger station, the ranger recommended camping along this road here, and so I feel good with it. I've seen a bunch of border patrol trucks pass by. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night for recording video. Let me know what your favorite part was, and let me know if you have any questions. Tomorrow I'll be heading into Mexico just for the day, so that should be a fun little mini adventure, and I look forward to sharing that with you. So thanks for watching.